Executive representatives, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I sincerely say it's an absolute pleasure to be here this evening representing the Whanganui City. And that might sound unusual for the Chief Executive of a flight school. And as Matt mentioned, my background is Air Force and aviation. However, I see my current role really focused on regional economic development. And it just happens to be very cool that aviation is involved. My family and I have brought into Whanganui. We are shifting here. My daughters, aged 12 and 9, are enrolled in school here. They will start school here in January and we will move across. I thought this evening I would talk about the flight school more in an informative way. What is the flight school? What do we do? What was purchased? And what are our plans for Whanganui? Sound business was purchased. It was an astute decision, and that business survived the global financial crisis when a number of flight schools didn't. So we've been very careful to think about what that means and how we proceed into the future so that the business is sustainable moving forward. Holdings purchased what was called Flight Training Manual 2, and that company did two things. It did flight training from fielding, and it also did a number of commercial air operations, and we've continued both those avenues of business. Formally, we have the necessary aviation documents to conduct both flight training and commercial air operations. Flight training speaks for itself. Commercial air operations for us are small passenger charter in twin-engine and single-engine aeroplanes, and a number of aerial surveying tasks, which include forestries, rivers, and gas pipelines. And the benefit of the commercial operations is commercially it's sound, so it's profitable. Secondly, it's quite demanding and therefore extends young flying instructors, which in turn makes them far better flying instructors. The organisation is interesting because, as well as being a flight training and air operations organisation, it's also an education organisation, and we hold the necessary documents to deliver the New Zealand Diploma in Aviation in three ways: a general aviation strand, a flight instruction strand, and an airline preparation strand. We have had a number of audits. In fact, we've had 4. I haven't been in my role 1 year yet, and we've had 4 audits. And whilst I'm not pleased that we've had 4 audits, because they take a lot of time and cost a lot of money, but I am very pleased that we've performed well. And in fact, we ranked with the top rating from our New Zealand qualifications, external evaluation and review. So we're really, really pleased with that. And that will be helpful in the future as we bid for additional equivalent full-time student funding from the government moving forward. If anybody is interested, the full report is available on the New Zealand Qualifications Authority website. I think people think that flight schools are risky, and of course in aviation there's always an element of risk. I wanted to reassure everybody that risk is well managed in our organisation. I can say categorically that nobody in our organisation, including myself, just goes flying. So we have very rigorous processes for assessing the qualification and the experience of each student and each instructor against the task or training evolution we're asking them to perform. So just to reiterate, nobody turns up and just goes flying. That's not the way we work. This was today, finishing about 5 o'clock. We did 29 flights today. A number of flights, including some local area flights training facilities for fairly new students undertaking first solo activities, and a few what we would consider reasonable range activities down to places like Nelson and as far south as Quay. I'll point out today wasn't a particularly good day for flying. The wind at Fielding was fairly strong for light aeroplanes, so mostly around 20 knots and gusting a little bit, probably about 5 knots, so not a particularly good day for us, but yet I'm really pleased with being able to achieve those outcomes. I put a note at the bottom that today's activity generated $11,500 in revenue. We last month flew a little under 500 flying hours, which I think is about half what we want to be flying. So we've been working hard to bring new aeroplanes online so that we can fly 1,000 hours a month, and we're establishing systems, internal systems that will enable us to fly 100 flying hours a day on good days, and that's really important for our international reputation. We have 40 students on any given day, and as I said earlier, I think that's a good foundation, but the potential for growth is significant. Our students come from New Zealand. We have 17 New Zealand students on the New Zealand Diploma in Aviation, and India, Oman, Singapore and Papua New Guinea at present, and we're exploring new markets around the world in I think some pretty interesting places like Mauritius, certainly into China, a little bit more in Singapore and up into Africa, which you may recognise as emerging markets in many business areas. And a note there also that we had 5 hours of lectures today, so there was 2 groups doing those private pilot licence meteorology and commercial pilot licence principles of flight lectures. This is really exciting for us. If someone said to me, Phil, imagine you've got green fields to build a perfect flight training environment, I would say I need 2 control towers, the full range of ground-based navigation aids, 10 runways, a new facility, probably the world's largest uninhabited by aeroplanes airspace that runs up to Mount Taranaki all the way across the Taupo, and when you consider that Lake Taupo is the size of Singapore, that is a massive flight training area. It's almost unbelievable when you think Palmerston North has a control tower and a VOR, ground-based nav aid. Haki has also a control tower and an instrument landing system, ground-based nav aid. Whanganui has a non-directional beacon, ground-based nav aid. This is the second region in New Zealand to have the new Southern Skies GPS arrival and departure procedures rolled out across those 3 airports. If that's not enough, New Plymouth is quite close, and that has a control tower also. And above us, if you imagine air traffic control areas like an upside-down wedding cake, the top tier normally on the wedding cake is the bit around the control tower, and then as you go higher, we get into control areas that are technically run by people sitting with radar screens and cross tubes. To me, it's absolute gold. And I think I was just thinking about this earlier. I don't know of any other flight school that has 10 runways. Whanganui Airport has 10 runways. I counted them the other day. I was surprised myself. Really importantly, the benefit of that is that you can do whatever training you need to do on any given day. And for ab initio pilot students, they need headwinds, otherwise they miss the runway, and it's not so good. For more experienced pilots, they need crosswinds, and so regardless of what the wind's doing out at the Whanganui Airport, we'll get maximum benefit out of any given flying day. We are really, really fortunate also to have the full support of Council to build a new facility, and that really takes our organisation from being Tier 2 in New Zealand to being Tier 1. And I'm really grateful for that. We've thought long and hard about the design of the facility. We've been clever about the internal spaces so that we're very considerate of the precious nature of capital investment in the city, and we're not wasting any money, but really fortunate to be able to have that facility. Also, we're able to have access to purpose-built student accommodation. We haven't been able to do that in Palmerston North, and what we do at the moment, if I'm honest, is woeful, in my humble opinion. This enables us to step up, so we go from having operations at fielding, students accommodated throughout Palmerston North, turning up in their $2,000 vehicles, each one of them, and struggling to keep a program running, to being a truly professional commercial pilot training organisation. We will have the city campus, we will call it that. We will be able to run crew transport vehicles, it becomes easy. Students will have walking access to the city and the amenities, and that will be fantastic for them. That's all I have. I was given 5 minutes and I exceeded slightly. I apologise. I'll be very happy to talk to anybody afterwards and answer any questions, technical or otherwise. Thanks so much.